Do you know that the newborn Squirtle does not have a shell? Do you know that there are generations with different total stats for each starter Pokemon, even within the same generation? Alola, today I would like to introduce 4 obscure facts about starter Pokemon people do not know. The first one is about the Pokédex description. Charmander's tail, Bulbasaur's seed, Squirtle's shell, they are all very attractive. However, they all have a little secret. First is from the tail of a Charmander. The tail of the Charmander is on fire from the moment it is born, and it dies when the fire goes out. Does the fire explode when Charmander falls? And until Charmander first gets used to it, Charmander can get burned by the fire that comes out of own tail. It is a little strange. Also, by looking at the fire, you can know how Charmander is feeling that day. Therefore, by looking at fire, you can know everything about Charmander. Also, after evolving into Charizard, the color of the fire changes when it gets really angry. Next, let's talk about the seed on the back of the Bulbasaur. The seeds on the Bulbasaur's back grow larger as it grows, and when evolving into an Ivysaur, the body is too big for it to stand on 2 legs again. And when Ivysaur's butt starts to smell good, it is a sign of evolution. However, when it evolves and becomes a Venusaur, Venusaur hardly moves in order to store the sun's energy. Since stored solar energy is equal to strength, Venusaur is stronger in summer than in winter. Next, let's talk about the shell of Squirtle. Newly born Squirtle do not have a shell, and after a while, their back hardens and shell is produced. Isn't it a little way to be a next Squirtle? Then, when it evolves into Blastoise, a cannon is attached to the shell. This cannon comes out of the shell only when necessary. When evolving, Waterloo suddenly becomes heavy from 22 to 86 kilograms, but this is so that it can keep up with the momentum of the water. Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle all have secrets in their body parts, which is interesting. The second is about the anime. Speaking of anime, each of the starter Pokemon are active in each series, but there's a secret behind this. Each of the starter Pokemon that are given to beginners have specialized breeders who raise them to a certain level before sending them to a laboratory. If there is no laboratory, you can get starter Pokemon at Pokemon Center around the country. However, not everyone receives starter Pokemon since it is common for people to take Pokemon that have been with them since childhood or that are given to them by their families. In addition, there is a popular theory about the starter Pokemon in anime. The theory is that they are lived in a 3-series cycle. That is, the first, 4th and 7th series, the 2nd, 5th, and 8th series, and the 3rd and 6th series each have the same law. Let's look at them one by one. First, we have the 1st, 4th, and 7th series. The 1st is from Indigo League to Master Quest. The 4th is BW, and the 7th is from Journeys to Ultimate Journeys. In this series, all starter Pokemon are a member of the main character. From Indigo League to Master Quest, Ash got Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, and in BW, he got Oshawott, Tapic, and Snivy. From Journey to Ultimate Journeys, Ash did not catch any starter Pokemon, but the co-protagonist Gold caught Squirtle, Sobble, and Grookey. It is just like Team Rocket thinking to have all Pokemon as their own. Next up are the 2nd, 5th, and 8th series. Advanced Generation, XY, and most recently, the new main character Rico and Roy. In this series, each of the 3 regular trainers have one of the starter Pokemon in their hand. In the Advanced Generation, Ash has Trico, May has Toxic, and Brock has Mudkip in their parties. I like the way Trico always had a leaf in his mouth in this series. In the 8th series, Rico uses Brigato, Roy uses Fuecoco, and Dot uses Quaxley. It seems a little out of place that only Qualax is captured by person, other than the two main characters. But I feel comfortable that each character gets their own Pokemon. Personally, I like this type, yeah. Finally, there are the 3rd and 6th series. In these two series, Grass-type and Fire-type Pokemon joined as party, and the remaining 3 Water-type Pokemon is in regular Gas Personnel. In the 3rd series, Diamond Emperor, Chimichurl, and Tatwing appears as asked Pokemon, while Piplup appears as Don't Pokemon. It is nostalgic that Draco Meteor practiced by Gable hits Piplup every time. In Sun Moon, Ash captures Rowlet and Litten, while Lana captures Popplio. Thus, the same rule applies to each of the 3 series. The third thing is about stats. Stats is a unique strength value for each type of Pokemon. Generally, the higher total stats is, the stronger the Pokemon. So naturally, the 3 starter Pokemon from the same generation should have the same total stats. Surprisingly, this value is different for each Pokemon, even in the same generation. Of course, there are generations in which all Pokemon have the same total stats. For example, in the 7th generation, Litten, Popplio, and Rowlet all have a total stat of 320. Torracat, Brayon, and Dirtlick all have 420, and Incineroar, Primarina, and Decidueye all have 530. However, there are some generations where this is not the case. For example, in the 3rd generation, before evolution, the total stats is 310, and after one evolution, the total stats is 405. All Pokemon have the same total stats. However, after evolution, they become different. Only one Pokemon has the total stats that is higher than the others, while Sceptile and Blaziken have a total stat of 530. Swampert, which is famous for the name Not Creepy, has a total stat of 535. This total stats for Swampert is the highest of all starter Pokemon. How can this be? It has only one weakness, the Water Ground type, and even its type is excellent. Other than that, all 5th generation starter Pokemon are fixed as 308 before evolution and 528 in the final evolution, whereas there are not same total stats in the single evolution. Pignite has a total stat of 418, while Sabin and Dewott have 413. It's really questionable that only one of them has a different total stats. The only thing I can think of that Pignite and Swampert have in common is that they both seem to have a stinky fruit. Yeah. Lastly, I'd like to introduce you to signature move. Starter Pokemon are given preferential treatment in games, and one element of this is signature move. For example, in the latest work, Nascardo learns Trick Flower, and you may have the image that it is a very strong move only one of them learns. But if you go back to the past, you will find that this is not the case at all. The first starter Pokemon moves were in the 3rd generation. You'd have thought the Sceptile's signature move was Leaf Blade, and you probably also recognized Blaziken's signature move, Blaze Kick. But did you know Swampert's signature move? I was playing Ruby Sapphire and I played quite a few other games, but honestly, I had no idea until I looked it up. The answer is Muddy Water. The fact that this move was signature move is a surprise, isn't it? Nowadays, as many as 86 Pokemon can learn it. There is another generation XY in which all Pokemon learned signature move. However, the signature move in this generation are firmly divided between good and petty. The best treated is Greninja. It can learn 2 signature moves, Math Block and Water Shuriken, which is unusual for starter Pokemon. Math Block is a move that no one else in SV can learn. However, Water Shuriken is still signature move. Chestnut, with its miraculously dumb face, had a signature move, Spiky Shield, and only Frono then still can use Spiky Shield in Scarlet Violet, though not as exclusive as Water Shuriken. However, there's one Pokemon that is treated unfavorably. Yes, it is Delphox. Delphox could use a move called Mystical Fire as a signature move. This is a very good move that always lowers the opponent's special attack. However, many Pokemon have learned this move. Sadly, it was the TL move in Sword and Shield, so as many as 56 Pokemon could learn it. This is a complete loss of the signature move. Nowadays, there are probably not many people who remember that it was originally Delphox's signature move. How was it? I was much shocked that there is no shell on the Squirtle newborn. It is a little thriller and laugh. Please tell me in the comments if there is such other trivia. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you the next time.